Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of FIFA 20 career mode. And as I dropped a little teaser for you guys at the end of the last video, if you haven't checked it out, I did say we might be dipping into the transfer market on transfer deadline day, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We have kind of struggled with goals, particularly as Watford do in real life. After we got rid of Troy Deeney, Andre Gray's kind of been our main striker, and he hasn't really been banging as well as I want him to. We obviously have Danny Welbeck, who did well in the Carabao Cup game, but I'm not sure he's going to be my number one go-to striker. And so as you can see here on the screen, we are currently in negotiations with Athletic Bilbao for 25-year-old Iñaki Williams. Now, many of you guys who've been kind of following FIFA for a while will know the quality of Iñaki Williams, the pace, the power, and it'll be good to have him up front for us and hopefully bagging a load of goals. So there he is, Iñaki Williams in our team. And it is transfer deadline day here. There's been £406 million spent already, which is crazy. And we've just actually received an offer from Abdoulaye Doucouré from Barcelona, no least. Can't imagine Barcelona coming in for Doucouré, but you know what? It's an offer I can't really kind of refuse. Barcelona are obviously a huge team, and Doucouré would obviously want to go there, so I'm not sure we can stand in the way of that. But I think what we can do is obviously request a bigger sum here for Doucouré. Doucouré is kind of our main midfielder. He's in the peak of his career, 82 rated, and so we are gonna ask for more money, around the kind of £40 million mark, to see whether Barcelona are willing to pay that. Doesn't look like they're willing to pay anywhere close to that. So it looks like we may get into a bit of a sticky situation in this negotiation. I don't really want to sell Doucouré if I don't have to. Barcelona look like they're playing hardball here, and I think if they're not going to play ball and give us the 40 million we want, then I think it's going to be game over for us. But I'm going to try once more just to see whether they're able to, when it gets to the last chance saloon, whether they're willing to compromise. But no, they're not willing to compromise, so I think we're okay with that. Unless someone comes with big money for Doucouré, we don't have to sell him. So yeah, that will be good. But in this episode, we've got a couple of fixtures for you. So the second game we have is Man City away. But before we get that, we have a game at Vicarage Road against Arsenal, another London derby. We seem to be having loads of London derbies already, which is crazy in the season. But here are the teams for that game. Danny Welbeck coming in, keeping his position, starting up front. Rest of the team's kind of pretty much the same. Arsenal team is, as you would expect, Dani Ceballos and Torreira in the midfield this time. Kieran in actually at left back. I haven't seen him in real life yet, but he's starting. But obviously we'll have to be careful of Aubameyang and Lacazette and Pepe. Those will be the big threats for us. But yeah, so we seem to be having a couple of games at home. We haven't done too well at home. Obviously, we lost the previous London derby, and we get this really interesting stat at the beginning of the game that we are actually, after I think 3 games, the lowest scoring team, which very much shows the need for Iñaki Williams into our team. But don't really want to chuck him into this one straight away. But we kind of get started, just passing the ball around the back, making ourselves comfortable in this game. It's going to be a tough one, so don't really know what to expect. But Jonathan Ikone has been played in through by Danny Welbeck. And Jonathan Ikone, in the 3rd minute, slots the ball past Danny Welbeck. I did not expect that to happen. The Arsenal defence just opened up, and maybe that's synonymous with Arsenal defences, but Jonathan Ikone making them pay with the ball clipped over nicely by Danny Welbeck. Great first touch, and then just sliding the ball past Bernd Leno. Couldn't ask for a better start, really. Couldn't ask for a better start at all. Just a great way to kickstart this game. And looks like Danny Welbeck and Jonathan Ikone may be causing some problems for Arsenal here. But Kieran going on a bit of a wander from his left back position here. Not sure what he's trying. He's kind of come left, then come right, and he's got the ball out to Aubameyang. Now back to himself. And Kieran on his weak foot there. Not sure what he was trying. Didn't really look like he was going to score. Didn't really look confident there. And he just kind of slashes the ball wide. But it's good to see him in the Arsenal team. I liked him at Celtic. So hopefully he does well at Arsenal. But yeah, we're still 1-0 up. Arsenal haven't really threatened our goal whatsoever. And we look pretty comfortable, We've got, who's this? We've got Femenia kind of just bombing down the right. Can he get the ball in the box? He can get the ball in the box. I think Jonathan Ikone was there. Definitely not the tallest guy in our team. And Bernd Leno easily takes that one up. I don't think Jonathan Ikone was going to be troubling Bernd Leno at all. Not sure where Danny Welbeck was there. He's kind of the guy I want up front. But Jonathan Ikone, this is much better where we prefer him. Kind of just in between the lines. kind of linking up play back to Matteo Guendouzi, who I forgot to mention, Matteo Guendouzi and Rob Holding, back against their former teams for the first time. But before we get that, Lucas Torreira going on a bit of a mazy run into Mesut Ozil, and poor tame shot there from Mesut Ozil. He obviously in real life hasn't been really fearing or featuring much for the Arsenal team, but Ben Foster with a banging ball over the top to Danny Welbeck, cushions the ball well, and Jonathan Ikone plays a nice ball over the top. Danny Welbeck, can he get the ball in the box? He can, but just over the head of Gerard Deulofeu. Again, Gerard Deulofeu is probably not the player you want in the box there. I'm not sure who that was trying to foul Holebas there. Could have been Pepe. But Holebas has still got the ball. Can he work anything? Into Guendouzi, into Doucouré. Can he get the shot away? He can. But it's come to Pereira. He plays it to Femenia. Can he square the ball? He can square the ball. Cleverly. It wasn't cleverly. What am I saying? It's Deulofeu. How has he missed that? Deulofeu. Look at this. Oh, he just closed his foot on it. He just closed his foot on it. And, yeah. Oh, what a shame. Definitely should have been 2-0 there. And, looks like we're coming closing into half time now, and yeah, we go in 1-0. Definitely should have been 2-0. Not sure what Gerard Deulofeu was thinking on that one. Can't believe he missed that. What a chance! And looks like the second half's kicking off exactly like the first half carried on. And Danny Welbeck gets the ball. Can he get a shot away? He can. Falls to Pereira. He squares it this time. Oh, but it couldn't be headed in by Danny Welbeck there. And Arsenal managed to clear the ball, and it looks like they've done more than just clear the ball. They look like they're on a break here. We've got Rob Holding against Lacazette. Looks like Aubameyang's in the box. And he's not kind of threatening to get into the box. He's kind of hanging at the back post. And he's hung in. He's taken the ball down perfectly, but the shot's gone way over the bar. Took a bit of composure there when he kept the ball, but then he just blazed the ball over. Just, yeah, no quality there from Aubameyang. Definitely what you don't expect for him. And Gerard Deulofeu winning a header there from a goal kick. That's not what you expect. Arsenal breaking down the right now. Ainsley Maitland-Niles with a bit of dribbling, goes past Guendouzi, cuts inside. Maitland-Niles went on a bit of a mazy one there. Got past Guendouzi and a few others, and Arsenal do have a corner, and they do. Oh, bullet header! I'm not sure who that bullet header was by, but what a fantastic save from Ben Foster. He kind of stayed on his line, and it was a great save to get the ball away. I'm not sure who headed that from Arsenal, but it was a banger. See if we can do better this time. Arsenal do win the header again, but no luck this time. Arsenal look to be pressing for this equalising goal here. They haven't really performed most of this game, and they seem to be getting much closer in the second half. There, Ainsley Maitland-Niles again on a mazy run. Mesut Ozil, that was a just crazy tackle by Cabaselli. There was big risk involved in that. Could have easily given away a penalty that time, but luckily for us, he gets the ball, not the man, and we get away with that. And Gerard Deulofeu looks like he's trying to get them to pay. No, but Maitland-Niles cuts the ball out nicely. And looks like we've just got to do a bit of game control here. Make sure we kind of keep the ball, don't give it away, don't make the game too open, and risk an equaliser. But Arsenal breaking here down the left. Looks like Aubameyang's got away from Femenia. I wonder what he'll do, whether he'll cut in or keep going down. But Femenia, Femenia wasn't sure what he was going to do, and probably knew he couldn't keep up with Aubameyang's pace, so he's taken him out. Probably will be a yellow, I think. Wow. Maybe it's more. Look at the way the referee's run over, and it is more. It's a red card for Femenia. It was a bit cynical, but it wasn't, it wasn't trying to harm Aubameyang. Not sure that was a red card. I think the referee's got that one wrong, but gives Arsenal a great position here from the free kick. Can they work it in? That was an abysmal free kick. Not sure who took that, but that was appalling. But Dani Ceballos here, can he get a shot away? He fake shot, seeing if he can get it away, but we're able to just crowd him out there, and no luck this time. But Maitland-Niles with a bit of luck here again on another mazy run for Maitland-Niles. Goes for the shot, but well saved by Ben Foster. We're really holding out here. We're on the ropes, but there we go. We have to hold out no more. We wrap up a great victory from an early goal from Jonathan Ikone against Arsenal in our London derby. Arsenal just didn't really turn up, and Jonathan Ikone very celebrating there. Rob Holding celebrating as well, showing no mercy against his former team. Able to beat them in the London derby. What a way. And that's kind of a result that I think can really kickstart our season, We haven't necessarily been the best so far. But yeah, hopefully that can kickstart our season. But we're going to jump straight into the next game. We've got another huge game against Manchester City. And we're jumping into the pre-game press conference. haven't really done too many of these pre-game ones. I think it's very easy to kind of just skip past them. But wanting to do them, kind of get the team happy and excited, trying to see if we can build on that Arsenal win with what will be a very, very tough game against Manchester City away as well. Watford do not have the best results or past results against Manchester City. The FA Cup final last season was a great result. This season they'll beat an 8-0 at the Etihad. And we're going to be the manager to see if we can change that this time. So we'll have to perform our best. But this is the team we're going with. Iñaki Williams coming in and making his full debut, as well as Ismail Sarr coming in on the right to replace Roberto Pereira, that is. The Man City team is interesting. So a couple of changes. A couple of players into the team. So we've got Geier at left back, Vertonghen at centre back. But most importantly, you'll see there, Muller has come in central midfield. So it looks like maybe they've got rid of Silva and they've picked up Muller from Bayern Munich. But yeah, this one's going to be a tough one, no doubt about it. And this will be a real true test of whether we are kind of a team that's going to maybe do okay this season or whether we're going to just suffer against the big teams. Because this season could be very long if we do suffer. And yeah, it's going to be a tough one here against Manchester City. But Leroy Sané has been put through here early on the left. When can he get to the byline? He can get to the byline. He cuts it back to Raheem Sterling. And the worst possible start. Raheem Sterling from Leroy Sané cutback. Exactly how Man City play. Get to the byline, cross the ball in. Raheem Sterling cuts across the ball there. Really, really good technique. And yeah, he's put Man City ahead, so probably the worst possible start for us. And yeah, we're going to take a hell of a game now to come back after that. But Man City again here on the attack down the right. This time it's Raheem Sterling. Gets past his man into Muller. Can he square the ball? He can, but I think Muller just veered offside there, which was very lucky for us. But Ben Foster did manage to claim the ball. Yeah, this game very much is going to be a tough one. I'm not really sure how we're going to score. Their defence is obviously good, and we haven't really scored too many goals. But we'll see what we can do, see if we can cause them some trouble. Jonathan Ikone, I think, will have a big role to play in this one. But again, Doozy just getting the ball away there before being tackled by Muller, I think that was. And that's opened a lot of space down here on the left for Deulofeu, with Cancelo being caught out of field. Can Deulofeu cut in on his right? He can cut in. And he slots it past Ederson. There was me saying I thought this would be difficult to come back into the game, but Cancelo pushed upfield there, left a whole heap of space. Vertonghen wasn't able to come across and cover, and Deulofeu, as he always does, cuts in on his right foot and just rifles the ball past Ederson. That seems to be his kind of favourite position. And can't complain, another goal for Gerard Deulofeu. And yeah, as Watford haven't been able to do in real life, we've been able to equalise against Man City. It's a crucial away goal for us. And hopefully we can kind of capitalise on this and I guess maybe first get to half-time and then see if we can kind of hold Man City back and possibly even score a goal of ours. But Guendouzi looks like he's got ideas of his own. Down to Ismail Sarr. Can he cross the ball? He can cross it, but just very easily into the arms of Ederson that time. No drama that time. But the ball is won there by Cabaselli, I think it was. Iñaki Williams gets the ball out to Deulofeu. Can he cross the ball? Can he cross? No, he's not going to cross. He's going to come in. He's going to cut it on his right foot. Feeling confident, Gerard Deulofeu goes to smash it. But I think he was just a bit off balance that time, and the ball veers off past the post. So we seem to be doing pretty well here. We find ourselves with a corner. Defended well by Manchester City. But it was a great header. I'm not sure who that was. I think it was Rob Holding. The ball comes out to Holebas. Beats his man. Beats Raheem Sterling on the edge of the box. Holebas with an absolutely sweet strike. Just look at this. Look at the connection. Ball cuts across it a bit as well. Ederson, no chance. And the ball's just gone over the bar. What a strike by Holebas. That would have been one of our goals of the season so far had that one got in. But no luck this time. We're getting close to half-time now. And we're seeing if we can kind of just see this one all through. But Deulofeu has got the ball. Plays it into Iñaki Williams. Gets past the defender. Can he beat Ederson? He can't beat Ederson. Tries to chip it over him. But no luck. But he has kept the ball alive here. Can he play it to Guendouzi at the edge of the box? Guendouzi picks the ball up. Can he get a shot away? He can. But blocked well by the Man City defenders. Iñaki Williams so close to beating Ederson. But Ismail Sarr comes in. Ismail Sarr squares it to Jonathan Ikone. And just before half-time, maybe Man City were thinking they could get into half-time. but we took no prisoners there. Ismail Sarr with a nice little 1-2 at the edge of the box, squaring the ball for our main man, Jonathan Ikone, to slot past Edison. Thought we missed the chance there with Inaki Williams' miss, but giving Man City a taste of their own medicine, they get into the byline, squaring it. And Jonathan Ikone, I think Inaki Williams jumps over the ball, must get the call from Ikone there. And what a great way to end the half. That was probably the best end to the half you could ever wish for. And I think we might be a bit of a defensive job in the second half here. But we can see if we can, maybe, you know, as I say, attack is the best form of defence. But it looks like we've given the ball away here, trying to play out from the back. And Kevin De Bruyne gets the ball into Muller. Can he shoot? He can't get the ball away. Some great defending there between Kabasele and Holding. And it looks like they've really come into their own in this game. Jonathan Ikone trying to get the ball there through to Inaki Williams. Can he fight off Vertonghen? He can't. I thought he could there for a second. But Jan Vertonghen just a little bit too strong for him. The ball pinged out there by De Bruyne. What a beautiful ping out to Raheem Sterling. Can he cut in? He does cut in. Lays the ball on there for De Bruyne. De Bruyne shoots and he's just... You would expect better from Kevin De Bruyne there, but he just slices across the ball a bit. Almost gets too much power on it, and the ball whistles past the post. It's a great chance for Man City to equalise, but alas, they make no luck of that chance. But it looks like Jonathan Ikone has been able to get Daryl Janmat down the right, who's obviously coming to the team because Femini is out. Can he square the ball? He can square it to Ismail Sarr. Moves it onto his left foot, and Ismail Sarr, he's been having an absolute banger of a game when he is able to turn the ball onto his left foot and squeeze the ball past Edison. And can you believe it? We've gone 3-1 up at the Etihad. Can't believe this result. Like, Daryl Janmat does well there down on the right. Ismail Sarr moves the ball onto his left foot and just accurately places it past Edison. What a fabulous goal. It doesn't look like we've had enough here. Holabasson on the left. Can he cross the ball? No, he chooses not to cross the ball. Decides to cut back. Plays it into Guendouzi. You're playing nice football here at the edge of the box. Into Decore. He plays the ball into Will Hughes. Can he square it? He does square it to Jonathan Ikone. And Jonathan Ikone with his second goal of the match. That is Man City football. That is teaching them a lesson, giving them a piece of their own medicine. What a fantastic bit of play there. All starting with Will Hughes, involving most of the midfielders. Fabulous ball there through Decore. Will Hughes just squares the ball there. The defenders have gone to sleep, and Jonathan Ikone just steals in for his second goal of the game. What a fantastic goal. That's probably vintage Man City football. But we were able to kind of give them a taste of their own medicine. And looks like the game looks beyond Man City now, but they are attacking here, trying to get the ball into the box with Raheem Sterling. But what a fantastic second half performance from us. Can you believe that we looks like we're going to win 4-1, and we have won 4-1 away at the Etihad. What a crazy result. I do think the morale system has something to do with this. You know, I'm having to manually change the Man City team. But nevertheless, you know, like, this is Watford. We've had such a bad string of results against Manchester City, and that is just a redemption game. Just fantastic performance by all the players. But I think Ismail Sarr, who got subbed later on, got a 9.5 rating, fully deserved as man of the match. I think Jonathan Ikone was completely up there as well with his 2 goals. But just what a fantastic performance by us. Just a crazy result. And we're going to leave the episode at that. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to start off the next episode back in the Carabao Cup with the game against Cardiff. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please do subscribe if you're not already. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on another one.